Okay, we're gonna do this. I looked up online right now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's funny stories. Hopefully it's funny. I'm not even gonna bother reading just like ahead.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do, or what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna read a funny story. Hopefully it's funny.
Gay, I'm taking my headset off.
Cool. And this is called When I Told My Son Where Milk Comes From, he asked, Mama,
User in your channel timed out.
how do the cows sit on those little bottles? Is that it? That can't be it. Wow. They seriously left it right there. Wow, that was a fucking bust. Last time I let this website just, entertain. Gummy bears. Oh god, the gummy bears. Okay. Let's find the gummy bears. Okay. Let's try this one out. You guys know about Haribo gummy bears. We always got to talk about them because they're always funny. So gather round, gather round. This is by Dookie Monster, and it's called So I Pooed to Myself Today. I've been making a conscious effort to try and start eating better. I bought these gummy bears to eat as a low-calorie treat. When they first arrived, I sampled one and thought they tasted pretty good. The next day, I made a mistake. I will regret the rest of my life. I brought the bag to work. While working, I scarfed down a few handfuls over the course of a few hours. I must have had about 3 to 4 handfuls. Almost immediately afterwards, I started getting terrible gas pains. I work in a cubicle surrounded by other people, so I can't just let my farts fly out as they come. So I went for a stroll around the building to discreetly vent the gas from my body as I walked down the hallways.
Timed out.
After I let a few of the farts out, I felt a wetness in my underpants. Panicked, I made a beeline towards the nearest bathroom. Sure enough, I had a full-on Hershey squirt in my boxers. I sat in my bathroom stall for about 15 minutes, trying to decide what to do. Meanwhile, people were coming and going from the bathroom. I was so scared I started to sweat and shake. I mulled over a few different plans for what seemed like an eternity. I finally decided that I would remove my boxers, flush them, and finish out the day commando style. I'm pretty sure my boxers clogged the toilet. I got out of there so quickly I'm not even sure. While they are delicious, these bears cost me a pair of boxers and my dignity.
Why are you reading this?
Because why not? The people demand it. Alright. Next one.
No, stop, please.
Shush.
Please, just stop.
No. We need
Don't do it.
We need
No.
another one.
No, don't
There
do
we
it.
go. Number 3.
No. No.
Oh.
I found out about these little gems
Don't do
via
it.
the
Don't
interwebs a
do
month or
it.
so ago.
Stop
I
it.
talked to my office
Stop.
colleagues.
Don't
I will
do it.
mute myself.
Don't do it.
I talked to my
Don't. Don't do it.
Don't make me mute.
Why would you do that?
Shush. Where
Don't
was
do
it?
it.
I found out about these little gems via the interwebs a month or so ago. I talked to my
Terrible
office
person.
colleagues, and we decided it was the perfect gift for our field crews who complain about us office guys being soft. We set these out on a Friday, and immediately the guys dug in this sugarless gummy deliciousness. Sadly, it took too long for the effects to set in on that Friday. Apparently by around 7, that night all hell broke loose. Guy won. You know what? Hold on. We need better music for this kind of thing. Perfect.
Define perfect.
It's perfect.
No, I'm serious.
Guy won.
Perfect.
I was at the bar after work with my wife. All of a sudden, I felt an extreme warmth over my body, shakiness, and the worst stomach cramps I've ever had. I hobbled to the bathroom and had barely sat down when I unleashed a rainbow fury of porcelain cracking excrement. He didn't say excrement. I used a half roll to clean myself up. checked for cracks, and flushed the gummy bear apocalypse down the drain. I left the bar with my wife for the 9-minute drive home. I didn't make it. He had roughly 4 handfuls about 3 to 4 hours before. He spent all day Saturday on his throne, and in his recount, said his O-ring actually got so chapped he was bleeding. And asked if there was some medicine for that. Fast forward to Monday, they haven't figured it out yet. Guy 2. I felt so bloated that I wanted to die. Then out of nowhere, my stomach hurt so bad I was almost doubled over. I tried to get in the bathroom, but it was occupied. I went to the front office bathroom and kinda made it. I found out he actually sharted and threw his underwear away. He also spent the day with a wad of TP shoved up in his butt crack, just in case. This is when things got really bad. My desk is 30 inches away from the bathroom easy, and the stench was just, I can't even describe it. We sprayed Lysol, but it just smelled like someone crapped and died on a pine tree. Oh my god. Guy number 3. I feel bad for this guy and his partner. They got called out on a service call in 8-degree weather to climb 40 inches in the air, or feet in the air, to look at something. Secondhand info from his partner.
Disconnected from your channel.
Dave farted nonstop from the time he left the office till we go to the job site. 20-minute drive in a rig cab box truck. I rolled the window halfway down, and luckily had some gum to get away from the stench. Dave starts complaining about how bad his stomach messed up, but climbs up to where he needs to be. With guy 3 on the ground, Dave starts his diagnosis, and then suddenly just stands straight up. Looks down at a guy 3, and scuttles to the ladder. He made it down 40-foot ladder in less than 45 seconds and stiff-legged it to the box truck. Guy 3 checks on him 12 minutes later. The smell was fucking horrendous. He tried to make it to the 5-gallon bucket. Note, our line of work, it's what you use with the bag in it. But he didn't quite make it. He had gotten his coveralls off, jeans off, underwear off when it hit. He sprayed 4 feet away from where he was with the liquid poop bears on the box truck floor and finally made it to the bucket. Turns out they had to scrounge around the job site to find material to use as oil drag to clean up the mess. Oh my god. The other 3 to 4 guys who tried them had bad experiences as well. These things are the real deal. Eat with caution or get some revenge on your coworkers. They were delivered to them in a sealed bag with my own personal warning. My body didn't agree with them. The warning is stamped on the back of the bag. These things are basically bagged multicolored little satans. Number 2. And hello there. Welcome to the Haribo review gummy bears. Until 12 o'clock. Well, at least we're just chatting until 12. Number 2. Unfortunately, I was unaware of these reviews before consuming Satan's Little Death Bears. After reading that these little jewels were made in Austria, I imagine a rouge Nazi chemical, a rogue, or is that a rouge? I'm gonna just say rouge. Rouge Nazi chemical weapon scientists escaped to Austria after the war and set up, what was that? Hey, welcome to the community. Let's see. I decided to head home. Where was I? All right. My experience started like many others. Some customer dropped off some bags of these for Christmas. After looking at them for the better part of a month, I decided to eat some. Ooh. The first day I had about 20 to 25 of them. That night I experienced some slight discomfort and crazy dreams, but I did not associate it with the demon spawn gummy bears. The next day, I had about a handful more of these delicious little devils and, oh god, 1 second. I gotta change this. You guys. Fucking shit. like on me now. Alright, that's good enough for now. Anyway. Oh, why am I looking at my phone? Decided to eat some. Where was I? Okay. The next day, I had about a handful more of these delicious little devils, and all hell broke loose. After several short trips to the bathroom and gas noises like I have never heard coming from my stomach before, I decided to head home, but first stopped by the store to pick up some antacids. Just as I got inside my local grocery store, it hit me. I broke out in a cold sweat. My hands were clammy and the pain from my lower intestine was unreal. It felt as if Satan himself was reaching inside of me and spinning my intestines on his finger. I was around 10 aisles away from the back corner where the public bathroom was located when Satan's little helpers let me know I was not gonna make it there. I immediately started to walk like I was trying to hold a golf ball between both knees and waddle to the back aisle, all the time praying I could keep my sphincter closed long enough. Those 10 aisles might as well have been 10 miles. It was not going to wait. About this time, I spied another pair of doors marked employees only and pushed my way inside. I saw a small bathroom for employees and went straight to it. All the while, the stock boy is trying to stop me and tell me I can't use it. I stiff arm him from my football days and say in what must have sounded like a demonic voice from hell, "I'm sick! Back off!" Or should I just go, "I'm sick! Back off!" To my immediate relief, I got the door shut and locked just in time for Mount St. Helens to blow. Unfortunately, I was not able to sit fast enough before spraying the back wall and toilet tank with a putrid black paint. At that exact moment, I did not even care. I was so relieved to have this sewage pouring out of me so violently that I could have levitated off the seat off the toilet if I wasn't holding on to the handicap bars for dear life. I swear there are probably small dents in the stainless steel bar where my fingers were. After what seemed like an hour, I felt safe enough to stand and start the long cleanup process to my horror. I looked down to notice 2 mostly empty rolls of toilet paper. Are you freaking kidding me? This is a grocery store with pallets of toilet paper, right? After several minutes of trying to MacGyver a solution, my only option was to ask the poor soul who had been knocking on the bathroom door for the last 30 minutes to please get me some paper. In retrospect, I should have asked for a dozen boxes of baby wipes as well. I ain't getting no help. After doing my best to clean what I could, I made hasty retreat. I never understood how someone could spray fecal matter on a wall until now. Clearly they had some of these delicious spawn from hell. I can never go back in this store as I am sure they all have some grainy picture from their video system taped to all their registers with my picture on it. As the guy who horribly desecrated their beloved employee bathroom, thanks Haribo, now I have to shop at the more expensive store down the street. I can never show my face in there again. I am still the guy the new employees get told about to watch for. Sorta an urban legend now. Read these reviews with skepticism, if you must, but if I had seen them, they would have saved me 3 days of my life. I still have some kidney pain, but I am making a full recovery. I would not wish these on my worst enemy. You are warned. Good God.
Weird.
Oh, this is a juicy one. Here we go. You guys ready?
No.
Yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. Here we go. All right. As some of you know, recently there has been a lot of attention on Facebook about the Haribo sugarless gummy bears sold through Amazon. Like many of you, I have also read these reviews. They are extremely hilarious. As I read, I had tears streaming down my face and laughed so hard that my silent laugh came out. It was one of the best ab workouts I have ever had, but I was skeptical that they were true. My husband and I even wondered if those reviews we read were a secret creative writing contest. So, in my need to know, I bought some of the gummies in question. I waited 2 days for them to arrive on my doorstep. Then, like the curious cat, at 9 p.m. at night, I sat down on the couch and ate 14 very tasty gummies. Then I waited, skeptical. An hour and a half later, my belly started rumbling. Gas rumbles carrying a very different tune than hunger rumbles. But nothing happened other than that, so I went to bed. During the night, however, I was awakened several times by lengthy thunder rolls under the covers, all produced by moi. So as the night progressed, I felt my stomach grow with gas. I also felt like the thunder rest gas was about to go from mild annoyance to intense sharding. I just couldn't tell when that would happen. And since I was experiencing gas bombs about 1 per every 10 minutes, each lasting about 10 to 15 seconds, I figured I'd better get to the bathroom. After reading the reviews and experiencing it thus far, I knew what to expect next. So my first few trips to the bathroom were safe. The only experience was the massive echoes coming from my toilet. Picture every sound imaginable. From trumpets blowing and angelic choirs to dying and screaming wild wildebeests getting eaten alive in the plains of Africa. And yes, you can even hear the lioness growling in the undertones. The smell was something of a mix of dead and rotting skunk to sewage plant filled with corpses. Probably my 10th trip to the throne. And the sharding began. Explosive. It made my toilet look like it got sprayed with sticky brown confetti. I was impressed. Over and over that happened until the giant finally came out at about 8:30 a.m. As my rectum proceeded to give birth to a large-sized poo child into the commode, I completely unloaded. I am pretty sure I lost about 5 pounds. My poor toilet was completely unprepared for the act of war that those 14 color little bears raged upon it. Now my toilet is so clogged that the plunger won't even work. I have to wait for a plumber to come clean it out this week sometime. You would have thought it ended there. Oh no, the rolling gas and bloat continued. But I felt the need to go to the gym. I am on a workout streak right now, and I didn't want to break my trend. I thought, no problem. I'll just take 4 Gas X. After eating my minty Gas X, I headed off to the gym with my sweet smelling breath and my death becomes her smelling badunkadunk. It takes about 7 minutes to get to the gym from my house. It got thick in my car. I obeyed all traffic laws for fear of being pulled over and arrested for attacking the officer with lethal gas.
Jesus Christ.
My stomach's protested the whole ride. Do we have to go? And are you sure you want to do this? I plan on making your life a living hell. Gas worked its way out of me 2 more times from the car to the YMCA gym doors. I allowed that to happen because I had a feeling it might get real in the gym. It was Thursday, yoga day. But due to my situation, I decided to forego yoga. I just knew all that bending and relaxing was not going to go in my favor. I was fairly positive I would not have made any friends that day. And I feared might even be kicked out of yoga entirely. Until I had a physician's note stating it was safe for me to be around people again. So I spent my time lifting in the 2nd floor gym, but before I did that, oh god, I think I know what's coming, I decided to go 1 more round in the women's only locker room. I was hoping that the room would be empty because I was going to be loud. Not so. It was filled with many old biddies walking about in their naked flabby skin. I guess water aerobics just got out. Moving on. This time I held toilet paper to my sphincter in order to muffle the chorus. It worked. But I had to keep switching out the toilet paper bunch because of sharding. Luckily, I kept my hands clean. After 5 minutes in the stall, I decided I'd better head up and get to my workout. I was expecting the biddies to come a-knocking to check in on me, making sure that that death smell wasn't me actually dying. I spent an hour working out. Upper body. I didn't want any jostling causing a slip-up down under. At about midday, the gas eased up, but it didn't stop until after a full 24 hours, so I decided that was enough for me. I took the candies to my husband's office. He's an OBGYN. I put the colorful little bears in a pretty glass candy bowl. I warned all his staff not to eat them. My midwife didn't believe my warning. However, she got to have her own experience during which she had to deliver 2 babies. That's some real bad shit babies right there. Now we are watching the gummies slowly disappear because the nighttime cleaning staff always steals my husband's candy that I leave for him in his office. I am pretty sure whoever it is will have made an appointment with a GI doctor by now because they can't figure out why their stomach and intestines are trying to kill them every night. Hope you enjoyed my cautionary tale. And that was Haribo Gummy Bears. Top 4 popular reviews. Jesus fuck.
Wow.
That was something.